Arcana Chronicles. I'm Scarlett, and I'm thrilled to take you on a captivating journey through the world of literature. In this series, we'll delve into timeless classics, explore the intricacies of modern writings, and uncover hidden gems of literary history. Whether you're a seasoned book lover or just starting your literary adventure, Arcana Chronicles is your go-to destination for insightful analysis, engage in discussions, and a deeper appreciation of the written word. So what are you waiting for? Go grab your favorite pillow, settle in, and let's embark on this literary voyage together. Let's dive in, shall we? So today, we are exploring Sylvia Plath's poignant and haunting poem, Edge. So first, let's take a look about the poet. Sylvia Plath was an American poet, novelist, and short story writer. She is known for pioneering in confessional poetry. Her major works include The Colossus and Other Poems of 1960, Area of 1965, and The Bell Jar. The collected poems of 1981 was included in her unpublished works. Plath won the Pulitzer Prize in Poetry in 1982, which was awarded posthumously, which means after her death. We don't really have to dig further about the poet. Now let's move on to the poem. The woman is perfected. Her dead body wears the smile of accomplishment. The illusion of a Greek necessity flows in the scrolls of her toga. Her bare feet seem to be saying, "We have come so far, it is over." In the first lines of Edge, the speaker begins by describing the nature of a dead woman. In her death, she is perfected. She appears as she should have during her life, with the smile of accomplishment. This woman presents the appearance of Greek necessity. She has finally reached some point of accomplishment, but in a way, it is all an illusion. The woman appears pleased with herself, and as the poem goes along, a reader should ask if this is actually the case. In the next two couplets, the poet adds details to the image of the dead woman. These are lovely, evocative images, made even more impactful when one remembers that she is dead. Her toga is perfectly placed. Plath states or discovers that her feet seems to say, "We have come so far, it is over." The distance she has traversed can be interpreted to mean a life in its true form. She has lived as a woman in the world, faced the struggles that all women have, and made it somewhere that she is finally beyond judgment and control. So the major points here are: the speaker describes a dead woman who looks perfected in death with a smile of accomplishment. She has an appearance of great necessity, and if she has achieved something, but this might all be an illusion. The poem makes readers question if she is genuinely content. The next lines add evocative details to the image of the dead woman. Her toga is perfectly arranged, and her feet seems to say, "We have come so far, it is over," symbolizing her life's journey. This also implies that she has faced a lot of life struggles and is now beyond judgment and control. Now let's move on to the second part of the poem. Each dead child coiled. A white serpent, one at each little pitcher of milk, now empty. She has folded them back into her body as petals of a rose close when the garden stiffens and odors bleed from the sweet, deep throats of the night flower. So in these lines, the poet turns out to say that she has killed her children along with herself. They're coiled next to her. Plath uses a powerful metaphor to compare them to serpents. They are white in their death, and it is near her breast. This alludes to a loss of warmth of motherhood, a life force that is now gone along with all their lives. These lines also raise questions about the role of these children. How, one might ask, did the women feel about did the women feel about her children? In the following lines, the poet describes how the women folded her children back into her body. They are no longer separate from her. In death, they return to her. Whatever existence they had, perhaps related to the image of serpents, she chose to remove them from it. The poet uses a simile to compare this action to the petals of a rose closing up at night. The language in this line seems to allude to the female body. The odors, flower, and pleats all relate to female menstruation, as it is commonly spoke about in poetic works. These are beautiful images, but they are also very painful. This woman's life was not something to be celebrated about. She sought to flee from it, and only then has she found some peace in it. So the major points in these lines are that the woman killed her children along with herself, which is described as white serpents by her breast, symbolizing the lost maternal warmth. This raises questions about her feelings towards her children. The poet describes her folding the children back into her body in death, likening it to rose petals closing. Imagery of odors, flower, and pleats alludes to menstruation. These images are beautiful but painful, showing her life was not to be celebrated, and she found peace only in her death. Now moving on to the third section, the moon has nothing to be sad about. Starting from her hood of bone, she is used to this sort of thing. Her blacks crackle and drag. Through these lines, the poet refers to the moon in the 17th line of it, which can also be connected to the menstruation language in the previous couplet. In the last 4 lines, she speaks about the moon and its place in all this. It has been watching everything play out from her spot in the sky, but has nothing to be sad about. She stares down at the earth's irregularity and has grown used to this sort of thing. Through these lines, Plath creates a very powerful image of detachment and resignation. The moon, a witness to the women's life and death, is indifferent. This detachment can be interpreted as a commentary on the inevitability and regularity of such tragic events in life. So the major points here seems to be like the moon in line 17 is connected to the menstruation imagery from the previous couplet, and in the last 4 lines the poet describes the moon's fall. The moon watches everything from the sky, but still feels no sadness, as it has grown used to the regularity of events on earth. Now, Sylvia Plath's Edge is a very deep poem that explores themes of perfection, accomplishment, motherhood, and the stark reality of death. Through evocative imagery and powerful metaphors, Plath captures the complex emotions and struggles of a woman's life and her ultimate escape from them. So that's all about Plath's poetry. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Edge. If you enjoyed this analysis, Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more literary deep dives. Until next time, keep reading and stay curious. Thank you once again.